North Branford Conservation and Inland Wetlands and Watercourses Agency to order. It's Wednesday, March 26, 2025. It's approximately 6:35 p.m. First thing I'd like to do is do a roll call of everyone seated today. To my left, we have regular members Bob Whitworth, Frank Borgano, and Ashley Joyner. To my right, we have Marie Diamond, who's our Town Council Liaison. And we also have Dave Perkins, who is our Wetlands Administrator and Town Planner. I'm Steve Scavo. I'm Chairman for this evening's meeting. Next thing I'd like to do is Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, the next item would be item 3, minutes of the February 26, 25 meeting, and also March 8, 2025 site walk. First, the minutes of the meeting of February 26,
I'll make a
2025.
motion to approve the minutes of February 26th.
Second.
All right, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next would be the minutes from the March 8th Saturday site walk in 2025. Any comments or motions?
I'll make a motion to approve
Okay.
the minutes of the site walk.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, very good. Now, at this point, we just have something that popped up on the, as an extra item to our agenda.
Okay.
We're going to make a motion. I'll let Ashley Joyner do
So I
that.
move to amend the agenda for number 5, new business, for the Cedar Lake Association hydro raking within the pond with Tilcon removing the material.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, aye. Passes. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is move on to item 4, old business, which is application 2025-1, 32 Seal Road, site plan development of the site, including clearing, excavation, grading, filling, drainage, and future construction of a new 8,000 square foot building for a fence company, determination of a significant activity. Owner Robert Miller III, applicant James Preddy, P. LS, Crisco Engineering LLC, continued from February 26, 2025. So the first thing we just have to decide before we turn it over to you, Jim, is if you want to take a vote on whether we consider this a significant activity, and then we can move from there.
I don't believe it's a significant activity.
Nor do I.
Nor do I.
Yep.
Okay, so we need to make a motion just that we
I'll
determine.
make a motion.
It's not a significant
I'll
activity.
make a motion that this is not a significant activity.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Since we got past that, if you want to just identify yourself for the record,
Sure.
Jim, and we'll move from there.
Sure, Jim Preddy, Crisco Engineering, 420 East Main Street in Branford. I presented this to you folks last month, and then the subsequent site walk. What I have on the top is the plan that I actually brought to the site walk that had the addition of some buffer plantings in this area, and notes about removing any invasive species and overseeding with wetland seed mix, which is the seed mix is actually on the last sheet.
Don't rip it.
But since last month, nothing else has changed, so trying to move forward with the same thing, and I guess, given the site walk that we have, if there's any other questions.
I just have one, I think you addressed it before, but, because I know you said where the building is and everything, and there's going to be
Yeah.
some paved area around it and everything. And my question is just with the drainage and everything, you said that retention pond at the bottom, well, it's dry right now.
Yeah.
It's going to utilize some to make up for some of the runoff to mitigate
Yeah, so
it?
when because I was part of the original subdivision
Right,
there, we designed these lots. We designed that detention basin to fully develop these lots. So in addition to running the majority of the stormwater into it, we are also providing some infiltration units for the roof runoff.
Oh, okay.
So we are putting some back in the ground.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but to your point, that basin is mostly dry. There's not a lot going to it now.
It looks like a lot of vegetation there
Yeah,
last
and
time I went by there.
methodology, yeah, and it's gonna need to be cut. I guess I need to talk to the owners about that.
Because technically, that was my next question. I didn't think it was on your property, so, but it's part of the development.
Yeah.
It was, so it's, you can still utilize it, correct? It's
Correct.
just because it was
does need to be
approved.
cut. I don't actually remember who was responsible for that, look into that, but yeah, I'll reach out.
So it's not in
Okay.
all the deeds for each of the properties?
I don't recall if the maintenance was shared or if it was a responsibility. Lot 3, it didn't go to the town, which sometimes happens.
Right.
Someone ends up in the basin. That was not the case, but.
Because my question, I was going to run that by David, if you could check on that for us to see, that was only my concern, someone, as long as someone, because it's now it's going to be used, it should be
Right, hasn't been a
maintained.
problem, but moving
Gotcha.
forward, it does need to keep.
Gotcha, all right.
It needs to be cut.
We just need to get that information, but fine, that's kind of what I thought. Thank you.
Can you remind me, please, because when we took the site walk, there's quite the slope there. Are you planning on raising the area to match the top, or are you planning on removing the top to match the
Some
bottom?
of both.
Some of both.
So there is a retaining wall in front, we are raising the grade quite 6 or 8 feet in front. And then there is some grading that will slope this down that way. So there is some cutting in the back and filling in front. I'm trying to balance it best we can.
And I think you mentioned too also about you're going to utilize city water, so you don't have to worry about a well.
There is water there.
And
we
your
have
on-site septic, is that, it's basically on the top end of
That's
the
on-
lot?
That's on the downhill side.
Downhill side? Right, okay. I see it there, okay.
Which is where, the same spot I was during the
Right,
subdivision process.
right. I'm just
Because that's where the test pits were done.
reaffirming that, I'm pretty sure you discussed that, but I want to make
Yeah,
sure.
if you recall, this area up in here was all, the ground has obviously been disturbed, but this area down here, it looked like it had been left alone.
Right.
Yeah.
This well area.
Do you remember we saw the trees that have nothing to do with your applicant or anything, but they were, could you show that you said, because they asked permission to drag those and move them out, which is fine, where is that, would that be here?
I think they were kind of in here.
They were down the downhill slope in the
Yeah.
front, right? Okay.
Right, and then some of them were heading downhill.
Yeah.
They just want to pull the.
That's fine, as long as they don't get anything heavy down in there, if they can, whatever, chain them and pull them up, yeah, just to try to, we just don't want
Track
right
machines
into all
going
that,
down
and
in
digging
there.
everything up, just pull it out and get rid, however they want to get rid, I just
Yeah,
like.
just
Understood.
A little disturbed in that
Right,
area as
right,
possible.
right. Any other comments for anyone? Okay, well, we do have a proposed motion, so if no one else has any other concerns or questions, someone would like to entertain that?
Pass it along.
Wish I could read, but I guess I can't read. Somebody got a light they can throw? We need candles around here or something.
Maybe you need to get glasses.
Yeah, that too,
From
you
your
know.
flashlight.
I am an air traffic
I was
controller.
just gonna say, if anyone here,
Thank you. Thank you.
if anyone here should have good eyesight, it would have to be you,
All right,
Bob. I would bet on you.
I move to approve IWWA application number 2025-1, site plan for development of the site including clear excavation, grading, filling, drainage, and future construction of a new 8,000 square foot building for a fence company with associated parking and site improvements within the upland review area at 320 Road, Assessors Map 27C, Lot 39-2, Zone I-2, as contained in submitted application documents and shown on plans entitled Property Located at Number 320 Road, North Branford, Connecticut, prepared by Crisullo Engineering LLC, containing the following sheets. Sheet 1 of 5, existing condition plan dated January 16th, 2025. Sheet number 2 of 5, proposed site layout dated January 16th, 2025. Sheet 2A of 5, proposed alternate site layout plan dated 16/2025. Sheet number 3 of 5, proposed site grading and utilities plan dated January 16th, 2025. Sheet 3A of 5, proposed alternative site grading and utilities plan dated January 16, 2025. Sheet 4 of 5, site details dated January 16, 2025. Sheet 5 of 5, erosion and sediment control notes and details dated January 16, 2025, with the following conditions, standard IWWA conditions 1 through 15 and number 17, the agency has determined, I guess that should be number 16, right? And the agency has determined that the proposed regulated activities are not deemed significant.
And I would just add,
I'm sorry?
I would just add that sheets 3 and 5 were last updated on March 7th.
Okay, so amend that to read 3 and 5 of March 7th. And there any special conditions? None
No.
I'm aware of, okay.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, passes.
Thank you,
Good luck.
everybody.
Thank you.
Good luck, guys. You're welcome.
And thank you for letting us do the
So we
sidewalk
need
real
to
quick,
complain
so we
to
can get it
town
going.
council.
We appreciate it, yes.
There's no money.
Oh,
Okay, next thing on the agenda, under new business, we have an inland wetland permit application from the Cedar Lake Association, and basically the project is to hydro rake approximately 2,000 square feet of lake area adjacent to current beach. After the hydro,
Hey.
Tilcon will remove and dispose of all vegetation from the lake, and the regulated activity is hydro raking within the pond wetland. So does anyone want to speak on that?
So,
or-
yeah, so the last time we did this was in 2016.
I'm going to apologize for assuming you are correct.
It sounds about right. I remember you were in here not too long ago. But
It's almost
Feels like a long
10 years
time
ago.
ago.
years,
That's 9
I
years.
guess so. In my life, that's quick.
We did skip hydro raking.
Oh, before, just identify yourself for the record, please.
Diane Sullivan, Cedar Lake Association.
Thank you, Diane. You can proceed.
Sure. We did skip hydro raking for quite a few years because it did not seem to be doing as much as we wanted. So we went with an outside concern who came in and treated it, and all the permits were in their hands. Thank you very much. And now, I mean, you guys must see this, that things are changing rapidly. And treatment and hydro raking alone do not seem to achieve the results that we would like. So this year, we're gonna go for both, and hope that it's good enough for swimming, because it's, you know, it's a valuable resource to our community, and it's a shame that it is nowhere near what it used to be. But we're gonna try. And
No.
as you know, Tilcon works hand in hand with us. They're great. They take everything away. We don't have to deal with that at all, so.
So just a couple questions. Just who's actually doing the hydro raking? Is it, you have an
I haven't
independent company?
decided yet.
Oh, okay, so you haven't got a contractor yet, but it's somebody obviously who's,
Yeah, it'll either be All
Certified, yes.
Habitat in Branford, or the place that we've used in the past up in Massachusetts, who I think is actually based in Tennessee now.
but obviously it's somebody whose line of business is doing this. That's all I asked, just to make sure it wasn't,
Absolutely.
you know, somebody whose side business. We just want to make sure that's done correct for your sake, you know.
Gone are the days of when somebody who worked for the phone company and lived in the neighborhood went down there with a big giant cable, and
And just started
100
cutting it,
guys
yeah.
got in and just dragged it out.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it probably wasn't a bad end result, but you don't want to be doing that now, so. So how long do you think that will happen? Probably can all be done in a day, or is that what you're hoping, or
Oh, yeah, it's a day.
a whole day and then till kind of
2
remove all the
days at
vegetation?
most,
That's fine, yeah,
if there were some kind of a weather issue, or depending on how
Gotcha.
far away the actual hydro raking equipment came from.
And I
Right.
assume you notify all the neighbors of the day and time it's gonna be doing.
Oh, yeah.
you don't be swimming there, that's for sure. Hopefully.
Can't you be dragged under right
I assume
now?
you're planning to get it done before the summer, I assume, right? You want to.
Yeah, we usually try to get it done as close to Memorial Day as
Right.
possible, without going after Memorial Day.
Gotcha. Very good. Any other questions or concerns? I think we're all set then.
Do you have a motion, or you want me to do it?
You can do it.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's maintenance and it's conservation.
Right, it's pretty self-explanatory then.
Okay. I move that we approve the Cedar Lake Association application. I don't have a number, there's no number written up here
must be number 2.
for it. Well, usually it's like with the date and everything. To hydro rake and treat Cedar Lake over approximately 2,000 square feet of lake area adjacent to current beach, with Tilcon removing and disposing of all vegetation. And this is under conservation and what? Maintenance, thank you. Okay, with the following regulation. No, that's it. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. Passes, best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All righty, next item would be number 6, Wetland Enforcement Officer's Report. Anything for us, Dave?
I have a letter here from the North Branford Solid Hazardous Waste Recycling Committee stating that they're holding the yearly Earth Day event at Wallfield on Saturday, April 26 at 9 a.m. And they're inviting us to see if we want to participate.
I'm not making any commitments right now.
I'll be out of town. Actually, I won't be making, I'll be out of town tonight.
And I'm going through treatments, so I can't say yes,
Okay, so we'll skip this year.
unless Steve and Bob want to do something.
Well, my question is, since I've not been to one of these before, at least on behalf of this, what is involved? Is it just showing up and waving a flag, or are we going to make,
Sometimes we-
ponderous speeches, or?
In the past, we've set up tables. We've done info sessions with
Mhm.
different regulations. We've had our posters made up with, like, the things that we try to inform people of and what to do and not to do in
Right.
wetland areas.
Hmm.
Like some of the handouts, I've
Yeah.
never actually been to one, but I
No.
remember you telling me about
Sure.
that.
And what day is that? Saturday?
Saturday, April 26.
It's when the.
What would be the
Little League-
time in that?
9 a.m.
Starts
9 a.m.
Opening
to-
day.
Opening day.
I see.
11.
Oh, okay, so it's just not a whole day, even though.
It's just the morning, right?
It's opening day, and so you get the traffic from all the little leaguers coming through. So like, if you have something fun, like the fire department had the plastic hats to give
Right.
out and the little stars, and if you have something fun to give out, then that's a good thing to draw people in too.
I think last year we got rained out, right?
No, we went last
That was
year.
2 years ago.
Is that 2 years ago? Okay, then I don't remember.
I don't know, I don't remember last year. We went 2 years ago.
We've done it a number of times.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going and representing the town, just, like I said, do you have any materials, like some?
Yeah, no, we've got materials.
If
We
you
have the.
provide us, that's the only thing, if you have some stuff, like some handouts that describe wetlands and things, I mean, really, it's just interfacing with the public and
Right.
handing them out and just telling,
Yeah,
one
we've got a
year I
couple
gave
of-
I don't
out-
mind doing that.
One year I gave out the regulations that
Yep.
we had, the regulations.
Well, I figured
for
you could do those
consumers.
every year, because there's always new people,
The thing that
right?
we used to put in the Totucket Times.
Right,
we
right.
Used to hand out.
I think that if you can get copies of that, I mean, I could,
Okay.
Get a
Make-
couple bags of candy, that will make it better.
oh, good idea. That's-
I'll join you for that if I'm available.
Yeah, if it's,
Yeah.
well, even if you're not, it's
Well,
only a couple
26.
hours, I can
Yeah, all
definitely,
right,
the
very
afternoon
good.
I might, it would be tight, but if it's like, 9 to 12 even or whatever, I think that would be fine. I'd love to.
I owe you, by the way, for the record. You told me about those glacial boulders, I checked them out, so count me in.
Oh,
for
did
the
you, oh, did you
20
look
Oh,
at it?
I did.
If you ever want to go and push them around, I'll let you.
Yeah, just try.
I'm just kidding, I'll show you, there's a couple way back there, so if you're in the neighborhood again, I'll show you 2 or 3 other ones that you.
Yeah, if I can make that to join you, I will.
Sure. If you can, if not, I
Yeah,
certainly, so Dave, I'll contact you, we'll work out the fine details, like, I imagine, want to get a portable table there, or do I guess, I got one, I can bring that, or?
They bring the table.
Oh, they do? So you really have to
Very
just bring
nice.
the handouts.
You
in.
just
All right,
bring
I'll call you.
yourself.
Yourself and the handout.
Yep,
Gotcha.
and candy.
Oh,
Bill brings.
candy, yep.
Bill brings everything else.
All right. Can't hurt, that should get some, candy is always a good thing, a good drawing point. All right, that's fine, I'd be glad to do that then.
And that's at 9?
Yes.
Okay. If I'm up to it.
And you said at Wallfield?
Yes, it's at
Yeah,
Wallfield.
Wallfield, right, okay.
Down in the lower parking lot, in that little land area.
I was just gonna say, yeah, there's a lot of areas, so I'll figure, obviously, if you go there, I'll figure it out, I won't be there. Okay, very good. Be glad to. Anything else from any other to report, Dave?
That's all for me.
Okay, unless anyone else has anything else, we just need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Very good.